Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are going to be talking about the alpha because as you guys know from my last video, Mineplex actually released a weekend alpha, and yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys how that went. I was going to record some live gameplay, but unfortunately, I'll talk about more in the video, but you'll see more in the video why I didn't actually do a live recording. So yeah, in terms of the alpha, most of the games ran pretty okay. There were issues, but overall I thought it was pretty fun. There are a few games in particular I'll talk about later that I thought were really fun and had actually the most players on Mineplex. But yeah, I think like overall, there were some games that had their issues and stuff, but overall, like with the limited selection, I think it was fun in my opinion. I got to play some of my favorite games I haven't played in a while, so it was a mix of all sorts of things. There was a new game actually called Weather Survival, and if you guys played Roblox and played Natural Disaster Survival, it is essentially that, but on Minecraft. It wasn't as well received, and it was for the fact that you could easily spawn in multiple disasters. They had a system called Chaos Tokens, and that's essentially what you pay with crowns. I think they should change the currency system to the point where you don't need to pay that with crowns, because remember, crowns is what you pay with actual real life money. I personally wouldn't want to pay a Minecraft server currency with real life money. I would probably want to do it with like cosmetics or other stuff like that. Stuff that'll make the character look cooler, because I feel like nowadays that's what people look for when they're paying for stuff with real life money. You were able to spawn in crowns with the command /crowns. I think this game was the only game that actually utilized crowns. All the other games didn't utilize crowns, but this was the one game that did. And you were able to spawn in 5 natural disasters as soon as the game started with that. And I think, as Mineplex actually releases with the game, it'll actually cool down because people aren't spending all sorts of money on something for this game. Another thing is that it didn't hit with the Java audience, it actually hit more with the Bedrock audience, I noticed. It's more of a game where you turn off your brain and you kind of just play with it on the side. It's not really something you focus too much on and play, because you're kind of avoiding zombie herds, tornadoes, creepers falling on your head, all of that type of stuff. So, it's you die, but it's like quick, as long as I know in the beta they'll probably make it so you can actually queue back into a new lobby, because that's what actually makes, I feel like this will be a pretty quick game to play, and run through just if you're bored. Moving away from a game that wasn't as well received, let's talk about some of the games that were running the best and were better received. First, we have Micro Battles. If you guys don't remember, Micro Battles was an old game on Mineplex. It was peaked in 2015. The only thing about it is that crazy amount of hackers. You guys remember Xturtle? He would hack in Micro Battles all the time. It was unfortunate, but back in 2015, Micro Battles was my game, bro. I love playing Micro Battles. I love playing on the new Mineplex. It's 1.20, but honestly, the way Plex first handled the knockback, it's actually really fun to combo people. I really like the combat. It's really cool. It's just the fact that you can combo people easy, and honestly, combos are really satisfying. So that's what I like about it, honestly. It's like adding really nothing crazy. It's the same worker kit, same fighter kit, same archery kit. Archery actually deals insane damage, for some odd reason. It's really, I don't know if they're gonna debuff arrows or something, but they do a lot of damage. And also, Fighter Kit also has a Sharpness 1 wooden sword. That wasn't a thing on old Mineplex, but it makes sense because it's a buff class. You want to deal more damage and take less damage because it's a fighter class. So yeah, generally I thought it was really fun. Micro Battles, it was actually the one that was queuing the most consistently because it was just so quick. The way Plexverse have it, they have it so as soon as you die, you can just click on the paper, it'll queue you into a new lobby, and you just wait for more people to join, and then you kind of just wait till the lobby to fill up. It was the fastest game. I'll say that. It was the fastest game. Next, this is all my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but One in the Quiver, I thought it was pretty fun. I think, surprisingly, there wasn't as many bugs as I thought there would be. I was hoping there wasn't really much bugs anyways, but there wasn't as many bugs. There's some stuff we gotta fix still, but overall, I think it ran pretty good. And I had quite a few people playing it. I had more people than I anticipated playing it, but generally it's because of the Mineplex alpha performance, and I'll talk more about that later. And also, it's my opinion, I didn't get to play too much of it because it unfortunately didn't fill up, but Skywars, I think it ran pretty decent. There were people complaining about chest balancing and all that stuff, that it wasn't as fun, but I would have played it, honestly. I would have just kept playing and playing. I guess people weren't enjoying it as much. But yeah, there was also speed builders. I thought that ran pretty fine. Not as many issues. I didn't play too much of speed builders, but it was all right for what it was. The games that didn't run the best, I would say, were SG. SG had some really wonky, weird combat with really weird knockback. The rod knockback was also super weird. It needs work, obviously. It's an alpha, like I keep saying, tech test. But stuff like this, at least they know where to improve. And weather survival, it's the lag that made it like run not as well, because we're spawning in so many natural disasters, and natural disasters on top of it are slowly queuing in too from the game itself, and that's unfortunately going to cause lag. But yeah, besides that, I don't think there were any too many games that ran like horribly. I think they all ran like pretty okay for what an alpha is supposed to be. There wasn't as many players as I thought there would be, but it's not surprising because they didn't really advertise this as much. They put an everyone announcement in the Discord, but I think it peaked at like 265 players for the alpha, and it kind of consisted between like 20 to 100 players ever since the first day, which that's why there wasn't as much stress testing with the server. There weren't many players online. At least obviously it can hold like a couple players. It can hold them pretty well, but other than that, I was hoping for more because I was actually planning out to do some cool content for the alpha, but I'm gonna actually save that for the beta. And yeah, the one more thing I wanted to talk about is the queue system. The queue system, it was okay. I mean, it looks like a work in progress anyways. It feels like one because it doesn't feel finished, For example, I would be queuing one quiver with my friends, and we would be sitting in a lobby. The game's not even starting yet. It's got a couple seconds to start, and they're queued and not being sent into my lobby. So I think the queue system can be improved. It'll most likely be improved for the beta. It'll be perfect by the beta, I'm sure. But the queue system, that's really it. I got some pretty cool combos on micro battles, and I got some pretty cool games, pretty fast games on OZQ as well. So yeah, I think overall I enjoyed the beta. I didn't get as much footage as I realized. I should have recorded more, but the footage you're seeing now is footage of us people playing in general and just enjoying it, having fun. I saw they're still using the old Mineplex lobby, and there's discussions about, from what I've seen in the Mineplex Discord chat, Samito, he's open for a new lobby, so that's good. We're most likely going to see a new lobby. We'll see where the direction goes. We'll see how they move with the new lobby. Maybe it'll be something cool. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's really it I have for today's video. If you guys, liked the video, subscribe. I don't usually ask to subscribe, but like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.